guys, welcome to Sushi's Crafting Corner. This is my entry for the 1 hour whip and chat challenge Get to Know Me made by Miss Coffee on YouTube. For all YouTube creators who do crafts to do a 1 hour Get to Know Me. I have been toying with the idea of getting a YouTube channel for the last couple years, and I'm finally getting around to it. So yeah, I am currently working on Diamond Art Club's Joyous Ladies. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen most of my progress. I will post a full picture at the end of the video. But yeah, I will do a quick disclaimer though. You will hear noises in the background. I have 3 animals and neighbors and a roommate. Unfortunately, life's not silent. I wish it was. But yeah, my pen is also from Diamond Art Club. I will link both the canvas and the pen down in the description, as well as all my other social medias. So, because I'm horrible about just rambling sometimes, I wrote a list of questions. So, let's get started. First question, how or why did you start diamond painting? I started diamond painting, I can 100% blame my girlfriend. She saw me spinning my wheels and losing my mind sitting at home all day, and she sent me a diamond painting, and I fell absolutely head over heels in love with diamond painting. I've completed probably about 20 of diamond paintings of all different sizes. I have also madly fallen in love with Diamond Art Club's quality of diamond paintings. I've been diamond painting a little bit over a year. I want to say I started December of 2019. Something like that. Where do you live? I live in Florida, on the southeast coast of Florida specifically, a little bit above Miami and Fort Lauderdale. I absolutely love it here. I am definitely becoming a beach bum slowly but surely. I've fallen in love with the weather here. It's also nice because my parents are here. Originally, I am from Colorado. I was born and raised in Denver. I absolutely loved it. I grew up playing in the snow, loving the snow, and then I grew up and started becoming chronically ill, and I fell in love with the nice warm weathers of places like Florida. Let's see, next question. Favorite childhood memory? Favorite childhood memory probably would be when I was probably about 8 or 9. My best friend and I, who were neighbors, she lived directly across the street from me. We had the water-soluble paints and decided to try to paint her parents' front lawn. Not a good idea. Don't ever paint your neighbor's front lawn. Even if it washes off with a hose, just don't do it. Take my advice. Although it was very, very fun, and we didn't actually get in trouble, we just had to clean up after ourselves. Favorite restaurant before COVID? I specify before COVID because it is no longer out there. They ended up closing down because of COVID. It was the buffet Sweet Tomatoes. I have many childhood memories from there. It was one of those places that my parents would take me out as a treat to go eat at. It's also the place my late fiance and I used to go have multiple dates because it made me happy. Because I like salad. I'm not a vegetarian, but I was raised vegetarian, and I have a love-hate relationship with meat. I love it. My body hates it. So it's a love-hate relationship. Favorite way to pass the time? Probably diamond painting, or other crafts. Though I do spend a lot of time diamond painting. It has definitely become an addiction of mine. I want to say 6 or 7 work in progresses right now. Don't count me on that. I probably have more and just have lost track. This one specifically is being given as a gift to my girlfriend for her birthday, which is on Sunday. It is going to be late because I'm so horrible at sticking to time. But I'm trying. It should be finished by Sunday, but then it has to go across the country to get to her. So, it's gonna be late. Sorry, babe! Other than that, other than doing crafty type things, I spend time with my family, or I like to go out in nature, watch YouTube videos. What else do? I don't really watch TV very much. YouTube has kind of taken over my life. I like to watch channels like Miss Crochet and Coffee, Rachel Ray, I'm also a good Mythical Morning fan. But I do a lot of YouTube channels. YouTube is almost always on my TV because I do not pay for cable. I think it is a complete waste of money with the fact that there are so many streaming services out there. But yeah, I mostly do crafting or spending time in nature or spending time with my animals. You will hear them in the background. I'm sorry. And if you don't, it's been a miracle and I don't know what happened. Am I a dog or a cat person? I am a furry animal person, or non-furry animal. I love pretty much all animals. I'm not a fan of little dogs because I've had a pretty bad history with them of them liking to bite my ankles, and I have many scars from them. But I love pretty much all animals. My dream as a kid was to become a veterinarian or an animal rescuer. I always thought by the time I was 27 I would be owning my own dog rescue. Yeah. No, life had other plans for me. I had decided to become chronically ill and fully disabled. But I still do like to foster animals occasionally. But if I had to choose between dogs and cats, I probably would choose dogs. Because I like the companionship dogs offer. My cats are great, but my cats are also raccoons. You will occasionally hear me refer to them as raccoons because they act like them. My cats will go digging through trash bags, not to find food. No, to find like wrappers of, like, what was it the other day? The wrappers from the page protectors I'd recently gotten. Yeah, they wanted the little wrapping on it. I don't understand why. I swear they like shiny things, which is why I call them raccoons. It's raccoons 1 and 2. Next question. Am I in a relationship? Yes, I am in a relationship. I am a member of the LGBT community. Also, this is a very safe place for the LGBT community. I will occasionally refer to the LGBT plus community as the Alphabet Mafia because I spend an asininely way too much time on TikTok because it's on my phone and it gives me something to do at 4 a.m. when I really should probably be sleeping. Let's be honest, not the healthiest of life choices, but you know. This is a safe space for everyone. But especially the people who need a little extra safe spaces like the Alphabet Mafia. But yes, I am in a relationship with a wonderful young lady. She and I are in a long-distance relationship, but we are definitely in a relationship. Sure, her birthday's on Sunday, as I said before. I'm excited. She's not so excited, but you know. Can I whistle? Yes, I can whistle. I can also whistle like a bird, but to save those of you who are using headphones, I will not whistle in this video, but I can whistle. If you'd like me to, I can post it up on my Instagram. I can whistle like a bird. It was taught to me originally because my mother is a bird photographer, and she would try to attract birds to a specific area and would play the sounds on her phone. And I was young, and I just started to whistle like the bird calls she would do, and I became my mom's personal bird attractant. Unintentionally. Do you have a garden? No. I live in a condo. It's a 2-bedroom condo. And I have grass around my condo, but I don't have a garden, and the closest thing I have to my own garden is a basil plant that I am lucky if I can keep alive. I have a very bad tendency of forgetting to water it and then remembering at about 2 in the morning and running half naked across my condo to go water my basil plant, screaming, "Oh my god, please don't be dead. My roommate must love me." But no, I do not have a garden here. I very much wish I did. I grew up on a 1/4 acre, which was a massive yard, and I miss it so much. I do miss having a yard. It's one of those dreams I have of having like a really big yard so my dog can run around really crazy. I can have like all the herbs and spices and fruits and vegetables, because I also grew up with like fruit trees in my yard, even though living in Denver, Colorado, had peaches. Had 2 peach trees, which was actually one of my nicknames as a child was Peachtree. Because I used to sit under the peach trees constantly. Do I have any pets? Yes, I have three animals. I have 2 cats and a dog. My dog is a service dog in training for myself. My cats' names are Gaia and Bella. Gaia is a tortoiseshell. She is a little skinny, scrawny little girl. Bella is her biological sister. Woo, my drills are sliding. But Gaia and Bella are biological sisters, even though they look absolutely nothing alike. Bella is a totally, almost completely solid black cat, and she probably weighs about 16 pounds, whereas her sister probably weighs about 6. I got Gaia when she was 2.5 weeks old because I was fostering her from the family that originally had them because she was having some issues keeping attached to her mom and getting nutrients. So I fostered her and then she became mine. And then at 8 weeks I got Bella. Bella was my little TLC project. She was kind of a neurological mess. She had a lot of spazzy issues, but she's now a really good cat, and I'm very happy to have her. I also have Loki. He is what I am guessing is a German Shepherd Lab mix, who is about 1 year and 8 months old. He is in training to be my service dog. I adopted him in July from a local shelter where I live. He is doing absolutely amazingly with his training, and I am very, very proud of him. He just needs to be a little bit less friendly to everyone in the world. But he is doing amazing. He likes to make himself known sometimes, so you might occasionally hear him grumble or whine in the background. Also, my cats have bells on their collars. I apologize to you headphones users. They are loud bells, because they like to get stuck in places and then I have to go find them. If I could spend $5,000 on any store, what would it be? Oh, Lord. Let's see, probably some sort of crafting store. If it had to be a physical store, I would probably choose Joann Fabrics because I like to sew. I make my own dog and cat gear. I make their collars and whatnot. And they also have diamond art clubs now, which makes me very happy. And I'm just a crafty person. Most of my crafts are things that I can do sitting down or can see easily because I am also legally blind. I'm also colorblind. Please don't ask how I can diamond paint. I'm still not entirely sure, other than the fact that it is color by number. I just like it because it's sparkly. And I do know that other people get enjoyment out of my pictures that I do, so I like doing them. And they're definitely a good way to spend my time. But if I could spend $5,000, it'd probably be at Joann Fabrics. If it would be online, it would 100% be at diamondartclub.com. Because I absolutely love them. I would love to order every single one of their prints and their pens, because I like their pen. And if it was not a crafting store, I'd probably say a pet store, because my animals are my life, and if it wasn't for them, I probably wouldn't still be living. So I definitely could see myself spending $5,000 on my animals in a heartbeat. I mean, who wouldn't want to spend $5,000 on their animals? Just think of all the stuffy toys that they could destroy all over your house. Let's see. What's the next question? How long can you spend alone? I can spend probably more than a healthy amount of time by myself. I am an extroverted introvert, meaning I am totally happy spending time with people and hanging out with people, but I'm also 1000% okay just spending time by myself and not being bothered by anyone in the world. I love people, but I love animals more. And I also like just being by myself because people are insane and crazy. And I don't do drama very well. So I typically stay to myself. So being alone doesn't even remotely faze me. I actually found it so funny when people were starting to work from home for COVID, when COVID hit, and they're like, oh my god, I hate spending time alone. They're like, how do you do it? And I'm like, I diamond paint, and I do crafts, and I deep breathe, and I like the silence, so it doesn't bother me. I'm sorry. Favorite ice cream? Oh lord. Probably hands down Chunky Monkey by Ben & Jerry's, but if I cannot find Chunky Monkey by Ben & Jerry's, which is a very common occurrence because it is apparently a very rare flavor in my area, and probably nationally because it's been more than just in my area. I used to live in multiple places in the country, and I always had issues finding Chunky Monkey. But if I cannot find Chunky Monkey, I would probably choose also by Ben & Jerry's Fish Foods, because it's yummy, and I like little fish fudge pieces they have in it. But I also like pretty much any fruity ice cream. Like Cherry Garcia, or the black cherry and chocolate from, I think it's Breyers, don't count me on that. But I'm also not very much of a sweet person. I don't, I like ice cream, but I'm probably more likely to grab just a piece of fruit than a bowl of ice cream. Though there are times that ice cream is a beautiful thing. Let's see. I think I'm gonna run out of questions, and you're just gonna have to listen to my story. So, let's see. I'd like to state my handwriting is horrible, and I cannot read my own handwriting. So, what items do you never leave home without? Let's see. I always have my phone, and my inhaler, and a charger for my phone, because my phone has a very, very, very bad habit of dying when I need it the most. I always seem to have doggy bags in my pocket too. Even when I don't leave the house with my dog, I'll like go to a store to pay for something, and I will end up having like 12 doggy bags fall out of my pocket. I'll be like, I didn't even know those were there. So I guess you could say I never leave home without them. Of course, keys, because keys are essential to getting back into your home. What else? I don't know, what else do I carry? I'm not your typical girly girl who has a purse. I just kind of throw things in my pockets and hope for the best. I'm more of a tomboy. I grew up in the 90s. I was called the tomboy my entire life. I probably didn't wear a skirt for multiple years in a row growing up, or a dress. But yeah, definitely my phone, keys, inhaler. I would say wallet, but my wallet's on the back of my phone, so as long as I have my wallet or my phone, I'm good. Though there have been times I've forgotten my phone at home and made my dad come back to get it because I almost cried. In other words, I'm massively addicted to my phone. Let's see. Am I a night owl, a morning person, or a night owl? I am 100% a night owl. If I'm awake before, I want to say 11, there's something wrong. I do not do mornings. I am predominantly up at night. I will take a nap in the afternoon, but then I'm pretty much up all night. A lot of it has to do with chronic pain, but I also like the quiet of the night. There's less people, there's less noise, there's less distractions. I very, 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 very much like the quiet. Sorry. I'm running out of questions, so I'd pull up the rest of my list, which is on my computer, which is actually right that way. Do I play any video games? Yes. I play on my PC. I play... Excuse me. On my PC, I play Sims 4, Minecraft. What else do I play? I think that's it on my PC. On my Switch, I play Animal Crossing, I play Mario Kart, I play the Lego Harry Potter game. I absolutely love Animal Crossing on the Switch though, and I am massively addicted to it. I am trying very, very hard to get a 5-star island, and it is not going well. And then I also play on the Xbox occasionally. On the Xbox, I play mostly racing games, or occasionally I'll play shooter games, but I'm much more into the easygoing, the pick your own story, build stuff games. I also play Minecraft on the Xbox. I will eventually also play it on the Switch. It is on my list of things to get for the Switch, but money, unfortunately, does not grow on trees, contrary to my beliefs as a child. I think that's all the video games I play. I'm not like a hardcore gamer, but I definitely do enjoy gaming. If it speaks to how much I enjoy certain games, I have almost like, I want to say 12,000 plus hours playing Sims 4. Yeah, I have approximately 12,000 plus hours playing Sims 4. If that says something sad about my life. Dear Lord, I just realized that. What is something your parents taught you, specifically a life skill, that you were very happy about? Probably cooking or sense of direction. My mom has zero sense of direction, which is something she wanted me to have so that I wouldn't get as lost as often as she would. Because there would be I have multiple memories of when I was a kid and my mom would be taking me somewhere and we'd get hopelessly lost. Because these were the days when GPS was just becoming a thing. Lord, I'm old. GPS was just becoming a thing and we'd be sitting there in the middle of a parking lot trying to figure out where we were on an atlas or a city map, and it never went very well. We always ended up having to call my father, who has an amazing sense of direction. So that is something I'm very thankful for, because also being legally blind and having issues seeing to get around, I can count my steps in each direction, and I don't get lost as much. I still, being legally blind, still get lost less than my mother gets lost. And now today we also have things like GPS and Apple and Google Maps, and they're beautiful things to help people like me get around, and everyone, let's be honest. Although they do not always work well. Uber likes to send people to weird places to pick me up. It doesn't seem to end very well, because it must be the way Florida neighborhoods are set up, where they're all like swirls. Because, okay, so let's envision here. This is the street behind me, and I live over here in a community that has a main street over here. But they like to send them on the little swirl that you can't get to my house consistently. And I'll put the correct address in, and it'll still send them the wrong place. But GPS is an amazing thing. But yeah, sense of direction or cooking. I absolutely love to cook. Some of the things I love to cook are like big family meals, which has been really hard with COVID and moving to a new place right before COVID hit. But my dad taught me cooking and my mom helped teach me sense of direction because I never wanted to get lost as much as she did. So yeah, probably those two. I don't know if it's a life skill. Maybe it's just good parenting, but I was also taught to be kind to people. And don't judge people right off the bat, because you don't always know what's going on in their lives, and it could be something very traumatic just happened to them or something really bad just happened to them, which is why they're being snippy with you. So I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Next question, let's see. If you could give your younger self any advice, what would it be? Life likes to throw you curveballs. Just learn to go with the flow and don't fight it. I spent a very large amount of my time when I was younger fighting being chronically ill and saying, oh, there's no way I'm chronically ill. I like being active. There's no way this is going to happen to me. Girl, just save yourself the time. Accept it. It is easier. You will find happiness and ways and things you can do being chronically ill. I spent a very large amount of my time in my early 20s fighting the fact that I was getting sick, and it was not fun. Instead of just accepting it and figuring out ways to entertain myself, I fought it and ended up getting myself in a much worse situation now, which sucks. But you know, live and learn. Hindsight's 20/20. Isn't that the saying? Do you like your handwriting? I cannot read my handwriting, so very much no. Both my parents are in the medical professionals, so I'm guessing I picked up my chicken scratch from them, because I can 1000% never read my father's handwriting. Although, it's funny when he can't read his own handwriting and he hands it to me and he's like, "Can you read it?" I'm like, "No." And my mother's handwriting does something between shorthand and cursive, and I can also not read her handwriting because it's tiny. But no, I have a passionate hate for my handwriting. It's why most things I will ever do will be typed up or written on my Cricut, because I hate it. I also am a horrible speller. The joys of being dyslexic. I never picked up spelling. I've actually spelt my own name wrong multiple times. It's bad. But no, I've actually even taken calligraphy classes, and I'm amazing at calligraphy, but the moment I go to write something that's not like copying a text over, no. It becomes unreadable. I have actually been told before I'm either a doctor or a serial killer, and I said, well, I'm the daughter of a doctor, so close enough, because I'm definitely not a serial killer. Although my girlfriend has an obsession with serial killers, and I get to hear about them constantly. If you ever want facts about serial killers, I can definitely give you facts about serial killers. Just let me know in the comments. I'll give you weird facts about a lot of things in life, because spending way too much time by myself, I learned really weird, random stuff that's off the wall that most people probably shouldn't know in one lifetime. But that's okay. Summer or winter? As a kid, I would have 1000% of the time said winter. As an adult, I like my beach, I like the sun, I like my weather above about 75. When it gets cold, my joints ache and pop, and being only 27, they should not pop as much as they do. My general practitioner likes to joke that I ate too much Rice Krispies cereal as a kid. Joke's on him, though, because I never ate any. But yeah, no, I definitely prefer the warmer weather. I also like the plants. There we go. The plants outside. I like them growing not brown. Also, I am so happy I do not have to shovel snow in Florida. That was the bane of my existence even as a kid, although it was more fun as a kid, because my friends and I on the block would shovel the snow for the whole entire block. It was like 15 houses or so. We'd first shovel their house, and then we'd shovel my house. Although first they'd have to come dig me out of my front door, because when we'd get a lot of snowstorms in Denver, the wind would end up blowing the snow against our door, so I wouldn't even be able to open our front door. So my friends would come dig out our front door so I could come out, and then we'd go trek across all the snow and go and dig out their cars, because their dad typically had to work regardless of weather. So we'd dig out their dad's car and a path to the main road instead of our little cul-de-sac for their dad's car. And then we would dig out my parents' cars. And then we'd just kind of go down the list of people in the neighborhood on the street who needed help. We'd start with the elderly and kind of go from there. It was fun. It made us a lot of cash as kids. We were very, very rich little children. At least we thought we were. $5 a driveway split between 3 kids is not that much money, though, now that I'm an adult. But hey, as a kid, I thought I was a millionaire. You do it for an entire winter, and you'd have a few $100s by the end of it. Favorite music? Ooh. I listen to everything. I listen to everything from rock music, hard metal music, classical music, country music, pop music. Although currently I am mostly listening to a band called Five Finger Death Punch and Bad Wolves. Though I cannot remember the name of the artist, but one of my favorite songs currently is So Am I. She's also the singer for Kings and Queens. It's very popular on TikTok. I am absolutely in love with So Am I. It's talking about if you feel different from other people, guess what, so am I. Which for me, as somebody who is disabled, I like it, because it makes me feel a little tiny itsy-pincy a little bit better about myself. What type of crafts do I do? I do predominantly diamond painting. but I also do some punch needling, also known as punching the needle into my leg repeatedly. I have mad skills at hurting myself. As you can probably see, I am covered in scrapes and bruises and bumps. But now I do punch needling. I do punch needle embroidery, which is slightly different according to Google. I see the same thing, just using different thread. But one uses yarn, one uses thread, but you know. Hey, we're done with 310. Okay, hold on, let me switch color, or I will screw it up. Let's go with the equal sign. It's a pretty blue, I think. Pretty sure it's bluish. I also have a Cricut that I have played around with a little bit. I am slightly terrified of it. I'm working on very lately finishing my holiday cards because I ran out of cardstock while I was making them. And I had to stop making my holiday cards halfway through. And I was waiting for cardstock, and I don't know if you know about the postal system. It can take a while to get stuff in the holidays. So I was not overly worried about it. But I do have a Cricut. I'm starting to... I got vinyl for it. I just have not gotten the courage to play with the vinyl because it's expensive, and I am terrified I'm going to screw it all up. But I will eventually get there. I will actually probably take you guys on my Cricut adventures, also known as me probably cussing at my machine. Because it likes to glitch and not do what it's supposed to, or say it cannot connect to my computer or my phone. But, what other crafts do I do? I am learning to crochet. I have a few 100 feet long chain right now. It's about as far as I've gotten. I have a drill that's on the wrong way. Mr. Drill, excuse me. What else do I do? I sew. I make my own dog's collars and leashes and bandanas. I actually recently got a new sewing machine, and it's an upgrade from my old one. I'm so happy. It is a heavy-duty sewing machine, so it sews better through the webbing of the leashes and collars, and I am so happy. I also like to draw. Something you guys will eventually see on the channel is making cold process soaps. I am just very, 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 very beginner at it, and I will not be posting until I'm 100% sure I'm not going to kill myself. Because for right now, will be focusing 100% of not accidentally killing myself with lye. Kind of important. So, but yeah, you will eventually definitely be seeing cold process soap being made, knitting. Oh yeah, I also knit. I don't knit very much anymore, but I'm learning how to crochet. And I definitely will be doing a lot of diamond painting because diamond painting is easy to do, and I like it. And it's sparkly and pretty. I also color and draw occasionally. I think that's about it. I'm probably missing something. Oh, and I don't know if you consider it a craft, but I also like to cook. I like to experiment in the kitchen more than cook. I've also set my fire alarms off experimenting in the kitchen, but you know, live and learn. Let's see. What are you planning to do on the channel? Probably mostly my crafts. Occasionally there will be cameos with my animals because my animals like to interrupt everything I am doing. But mostly crafts, talking. Occasionally there'll be things like speed video or sped up like time-lapse videos of things being done. Holy cow, I spilled my drills. Hold on. Just 2 of them fell. We're good. Probably a lot of whipping chats because I have an abundance of free time and I like to talk and I have stories that I wouldn't mind telling, and even if just one person likes hearing them, I will post them for just one person. Yeah, time-lapse videos, crafts, I don't know. Maybe building in The Sims 4, but probably not because I have no idea how to get a screen recording of that. But I will eventually figure it out, and then you guys can see some of my building in Sims 4. What is your favorite animal? My favorite animal is hands down, no questions asked, a wolf. If we're asking my favorite domesticated animal, probably bunnies. But I can't have a bunny because my cats would not like said bunny, and my dog would think it wants to play. My dog is super, super friendly and likes to play with anything that moves, even if it doesn't want to play with him, or it can't because it was a bush. Yeah, my dog has tried to play with the bushes right outside my condo. It does not go well for him because they don't play back, and then he looks at me like, Mama, why is it not playing? I want to play with it. It moved. Yeah. If we're talking favorite mythical creature, it'd be a dragon. I think they're majestic creatures, and they're amazing creatures. And let's all remember here, humans are crunchy and good with ketchup if you ask dragons. So, at least those are my two. I also like cows, if we're talking non-domesticated animals, too. Cows are cute, specifically baby cows. Do I have any social media? Yes, I spend an asinine amount of time on social media. I have Instagram, TikTok, now YouTube. I theoretically have a Facebook, but I never go on my Facebook of all my social medias. I also have an Instagram for my animals, which will be linked down below if you want to see my cutenesses. I probably spend the most active time doing things on it would be TikTok, because I like to make stupid little videos. There's a lot of time-lapse videos up there of me diamond painting. Of all the platforms, I probably prefer Instagram because I've made more friends easily on Instagram than anywhere else. It's also a really easy platform for me to use. And then it's not really social media, but I do spend a lot of time on YouTube, and it's probably an unhealthy amount of time on YouTube, let's be honest. I cannot read my own handwriting. This is not the good thing. What's my favorite books? Okay, so I have many, but my favorite book series is probably Harry Potter. No, I do not support J.K. Rowling, but I grew up with Harry Potter, and the world she created, it is an amazing world. And I very, 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 very much love all the characters, and they have become an integral part of my imagination as a child. It was the first Harry Potter book, The Chamber of Secrets, was actually the first book I ever read completely by myself, unassisted, no help, no teacher, no dad, no mom, nobody. I do like the Harry Potter movies, but I think they could have been better. They left out a lot of good pieces of the books, and it frustrates me. But, you know, they can't add everything and make everyone happy. So, what is the last book I read? I'm not a big reader anymore, but I do listen to a lot of audiobooks. What was the last audiobook I listened to? I honestly don't remember. It's been a couple weeks. I listen to mostly audiobooks about, like, mysteries and stuff like that. I like romantic comedies, mysteries. It's just been a while since I've listened to any because life has been interesting. As anyone can attest to, 2020 was a very weird year. Would I sing at karaoke night? Absolutely not. I hate my voice. Unless I'm absolutely plastered, you will never hear me sing. And then still I probably won't sing. Unless I'm in the shower, and in which case I feel so bad for having neighbors. They have to listen to my dying cat of a voice singing while I'm taking a shower every day. I'm surprised they haven't called animal control of being convinced I'm killing my own cats, because I have been told I sound like a dying cat, so no. I will never sing. Would you rather ride a bike, ride a horse, or drive a car? Honestly, ride a horse. One of the memories I had as a child was going up to Copper Mountain in Colorado. While my parents were there for a conference, I was maybe 10, probably a little bit younger. And we had brought up a family friend to keep an eye on me during the day while my parents were at the conference. And one of the activities the resort offered for free with your stay was horseback riding. And I got to pick my own horse. And I picked a beautiful black and white spotted horse named Pika. He was an amazing horse, and I fell madly in love with horseback riding. But I have not done it in so many years. And I miss it very, very much. But I would totally ride a horse. I would get a horse and a little wagon to drag behind the horse so I could go get groceries on my horse. Because let's be honest, that is every girl's dream in a way, is to own a horse. Because they're so pretty. What is something you've done that most people probably haven't? I don't know if I could say most people haven't, but when I was a early teenager to middle of my teens, I went to a summer camp to learn how to sail. I sailed on a little 16-foot boat called a Pico, sorry. See, I'm still thinking about the horse here. Pico, it was a little tiny plastic boat in the middle of a lake in Colorado, and I absolutely loved it. And then when I was a couple weeks after my 16th birthday, my parents and I went to the Bahamas, and I got to sail on the ocean there, and it was absolutely amazing fun. So probably sailing. I would love to sail a bigger boat, but I probably would not be able to because of my vision issues, but I would be a dream to be able to sail a bigger boat. Probably wouldn't be able to sail a small boat anymore either. What makes me laugh the most? Kind of probably, I need to stop spilling my drills all over my canvas here. Probably a combination between my girlfriend and my animals. My animals seem to get themselves into some of the weirdest contorted positions. I am convinced I assembled my cat wrong when she was 2.5, 3 weeks old, because she sleeps where she will literally fold her body over itself, where her head, for instance, will be on the couch, and then her butt will be resting on her head. I don't know how that's comfortable, even in any way, shape, or form, but probably my animals make me laugh the most. I do watch, like, the comedy skits on Netflix. Sometimes they just make me laugh. But probably my animals or my girlfriend tie for making me laugh the most. What was the last movie I went to? And what did you think? I have not been to a movie theater since, like, the first Minions movie. So we're not going to go that far back. We're going to do the last new movie I've seen, which would be Incredibles 2. I am very, very far behind in movies, in case you can't tell. I absolutely loved it, but I am very, very frustrated that it took them so long to get Incredibles 2 out after 1. Because I grew up with Incredible 1. And then they released Incredibles 2 when I'm an adult. Like, what? And it's not like I was a late teenager when it came out. No, I was like early teens. It took forever. What is some movies you watch when you want to do a marathon? I will watch the drills flying across my canvas. Hold on. I will watch the Marvel Universe movies on repeat if you allow me to. I will watch Harry Potter. I will watch Lord of the Rings. I will watch the DC Universe. I'm a nerd and a geek. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I've lately been spending a lot of time watching Disney movies on Disney Plus. Because why not? Everyone loves Disney. Currently my favorite Disney movie, like the quote-unquote Disney princess movies, would have to be Moana. I love it. All the colors, like the blues, make me happy. And Oh, so in case I hadn't explained before, I don't remember if I did. Yes, I am colorblind, but I can see blues and I can slightly see green. So if it's blues and greens, I am a very happy camper. Like, the area I'm currently working on the canvas is mostly blues, which makes me happy. I also never really liked going to movie theaters. I don't know. I like being able to watch a movie in my own home and pause it when I have to pee, not miss a whole section of a movie. Let's see. Next question. Who is my hero? My hero, as cliche as it sounds, is my dad. When I became disabled, he took the time to help me and is still helping me. He moved me across the country to live near him so that he could be there to help me when I need. He was also an amazing father, and still is an amazing father. And I am a daughter by choice because my parents adopted me. So it's not like they had to. They chose to adopt me. But yeah, hands down, my dad's a hero. My hero. He also goes out of his way to help other people. Like, especially with, like, COVID, for instance, my roommate, like most people, were having issues and paying rent and whatnot, and he worked with her to make sure that she was okay and would still be able to, you know, live here. Which I very much appreciated because I love my roommate. What is my biggest fear? I honestly don't know. I would say spiders, but my fear of spiders has become less and less as I get older. Probably my biggest fear is fear of abandonment at this point. But it's not as bad as it used to be. If it's not fear of abandonment, it's fear of heights. I do not do heights. I like my feet planted safely on the ground. You will never catch me standing on a ladder. Although I have a bad habit of liking to rearrange the furniture in my bedroom, which means I'm standing on my desk a lot. But I will never stand on a ladder. I don't know why. My brain does not associate heights with my desk. It's just ladders and chairs. What motivates me to work hard? I like to accomplish things. When I was a little bit younger, in my early 20s, I worked at hotels and I was a room cleaner, and I would make it my job, my goal every day, to clean the most amount of rooms the fastest and the nicest, because I wanted to feel that rush of accomplishment. But now, when I'm like making things for people, I work hard because I want to see them enjoy it. Not so much for my own enjoyment anymore, which is weird the more I think about it, but I like to see people happy. Let's see. What are my hobbies other than crafting? Other than crafting, one of the hobbies I have is photography. I picked it up from my mom 100%. I blame her and all the money I have spent on it. I love to go take pictures of birds or wildlife or plants or even my own animals. What else do I like hobby-wise? I don't know. How many pairs of shoes do you own? Let's see. Like 4. 2 of those being Crocs. I own the rainbow Crocs, which make me happy. I own a pair of blue Crocs. I own a pair of tennis shoes and flip-flops. I am not the type of person who will fill up my entire closet with shoes. I do not wear enough shoes for that. I will wear the exact same pair of shoes for 6 months in a row. What is the best gift I've ever been given? Diamond painting. Hands down, diamond painting. When my girlfriend gave me my first diamond painting, I was so very, very happy. It made me so happy to get diamond painting because it's something I'd been like seeing like the ads on like Instagram and Facebook for quite a while. And I could never like bring myself to spend the money to start it. But it definitely diamond painting. The first diamond painting I was ever given was a little moon, like a blue moon. It's up on my Instagram if you want to see it. It's from I think it was a 6-pack of moons. It's one a lot of people have done, so it's not like a rare one, but I like it. It made me happy. My diamonds are sliding. This is not good. How often what? How often do you give up on a project? Not very often. I will, if I quote unquote give up on a project, most of the time it's just taking a break for a couple days, and then I'll go back to it. I'm not the type of person to give up, although I have a lot of projects going at once. Like I currently have at least 6 or 7 diamond paintings in progress, and crocheting, and punch needle, but I don't ever give up on a project. I will eventually come back to it. Are you a clean or a messy person? I am somewhere in the middle. I can either be very, very messy or very, very clean. There is no in the middle sometimes. Let me rephrase that. I'm somewhere in the middle depending upon my mood. Parts of my life are very, very organized and nice, and parts of my life looks like a bomb went off in them. My craft supplies right now look like a bomb went off in them because I was trying to find something because a friend of mine wants to start diamond painting. And I was trying to find the diamond painting I wanted to give her to start because it's a very small, simple one. And I kind of had my entire bedroom closet now got vomited on by craft supplies. Whoopsie. I'll figure that out eventually. But yeah, no, like I'm not a messy person, I'm just a disorganized person, I guess you could say. 3 items you would take with you to a deserted island. I read that very wrong. If I could only take 3 specific items, the largest diamond painting I have and all of its stuff. Some sort of ability to cook food, like a pot or a pan or something like that. And probably a guitar. As stupid as that sounds, it would motivate me to learn how to play the guitar. What was your favorite subject in school? Probably history. I absolutely love learning about things that happened, and theoretically the lessons that was learned from them. Theoretically, not everyone learns their lesson. Hi, I'm one of those people who do not learn their lessons. It takes me 4 or 5 times getting smacked in the face before I learn my lessons. But probably history. Though with me, I will do another whip and chat of my schooling history. I was on and off homeschooled my entire life, so I have a very different experience in school than most people do. Where have you lived in your life? Let's see. As a child, I grew up in Colorado, though for 10th grade, I did an overseas program for high school for 10th grade. I was in Israel for a year. And then as an adult, I have lived in Israel for a few years. I lived in Indiana for a few years, Arizona for a few years, Colorado for about a year, and now I'm in Florida. And of all those places, I could not tell you which is my favorite, but Florida is definitely starting to grow on me. But Colorado will always be my true home. Which of your 5 senses would you say is your strongest? My hearing. Hands down, my hearing. My cats hate that my hearing is so good because they will be getting into trouble behind me, and just because I can't see them doesn't mean I don't know what they're doing because I can hear them getting into trouble. Does your family have a motto, spoken or unspoken? Not really. Not really. Like, my dad always told me, though, that ladies don't start fights, but we finish them. So I guess you could say that's a family motto, but not really. If you're a ruler of your own country, what would be the first rule you enacted? Equality for all. And the second would be punishments for people who are assholes and homophobes and racists, because I don't got room for that on my country. Nope. What song would you say best sums you up? Sweet but Psycho. I am not normal on your perception of quote-unquote normal people. I am myself. I am proud to be myself. I will never let anybody change me. I really don't care if somebody likes me or not. If they like me, cool, sweet, let's be friends. If they don't like me, okay, cool. We'll just go our separate ways. What 3 things do you think most often each day? Have I fed my animals? Which, yes, I have it written on my whiteboard, but I still panic multiple times a day. Oh my god, I forgot to feed the animals. What craft do I want to do next? Because I will rotate my crafts throughout the day. And I need to change the music because YouTube and I have a love-hate relationship. YouTube likes to play my depressing playlists when I'm in a happy mood, and my happy playlists when I'm in a depressing mood. So, let's see. I'll do 2 more questions. I cannot read that, so we're not going to do that one. How many languages do you speak? Fluently, I speak English. I can speak in Hebrew, though I'm not 100% good at it. I make horrible grammatical mistakes, but I do almost fluently understand Hebrew. I just can't speak it. And then when I was a little child, like think 1st grade, I learned how to count in Japanese. And I used to be able to count to 1,000. I could probably get to about 4 now. Let's see. Last question. Let's make it a good one. If you had to describe yourself as an animal, which one would it be? An otter. Mostly because I love water. I love family. I don't know if you've ever seen how otters sleep. They sleep hugging their family and holding their hands. So I would hardcore be an otter. Because otters can also be very ferocious if you mess with their family. I am also very ferocious when you mess with my family. Even though I do not have kids, I have the mama bear mode where you don't mess with my family, because if you do, I will come after you teeth bared. Yeah, I'm definitely an otter. Hardcore, hands down. I wish I could say I was a wolf. I'm not. I'm a little bit too nice to be a wolf. And otters also go out of their way to help each other, which if I see somebody needing something, I will make sure they get what they need if I can help them. But yeah. So, anyway, people, this has been absolutely amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed my whip and chat. If you did like it, please do subscribe, hit the notification bell. I will probably be uploading a few times a week, but let's be honest, I have no idea yet. I will be trying to upload at least a few times a week. If you guys have any tips or questions, leave them down in the comments below. That way. Or that way. Whichever way my comments are. Pretty sure that way. And yeah, have an amazing day. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. Make sure you wear your masks when you're outside. And, yep, have an amazing day, guys.